Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland. Today I am here to film the Stamparound UK video hop for the 1st of May. How did we get there? I'm actually just filming this the day before. I've just come back from a break, been away with my lovely hubby. We've been in Boston and then London, UK, and just got back late on Thursday. My pre-order arrived later on Friday, and I was busy all day yesterday at a market. So here we are, Sunday, the day before the hop, filming. So I'm really, if I make mistakes here, forgive me, but I'm just going to show you a little suite that is in the annual catalogue. I cannot show you the inside of the suite yet, the catalogue yet. I can't show the inside of the catalogue until it actually goes live on the 2nd of May. But I am excited by this catalogue. There's some hints and clues. So I have chosen this suite, but of course I've forgotten the name of it. I'm assuming it's Beautiful Balloons because that's the name of the stamp set, and the die set. There is 6x6 DSP designer series paper, which is called Bright and Beautiful, and there is also some speciality. Everything's whatchamacallit today because that's the way I am. So yeah, it's, what's that stuff called? See-through stuff. Oh, this is going to be a great video. It's going to be so. Anyway, it's Gold Celebrations. It's called. There are 3 full 12x12 sheets in here, and I think they're fab. So there's one with, it'll be hard to see because of glare, but that sort of like the wee strings and ribbons from a balloon. Then there's a dotty spotty one, and then there's one I'm using today which has got stars and just like the sort of itty bitty bits, what do you call it, hundreds and thousands bits, things that you can put in shakers. The stamp set is lovely. I'm probably only going to use the happy birthday sentiment, we'll see. I've made some die cuts from the lovely paper. Just give you a quick whiz through that. This is just such a fun set that does anyone's birthday, male, female, adult, child, and anything in between, or anyone in between. You should, even animal birthdays, whatever, whatever, and it would do for other celebrations as well. So I popped the paper out the way just now. The dies, look, you've got some dies that cut out the stamped images, but then you've got some standalone dies, quite a few, lovely tag, and I'm desperate to use that. And then this one, confetti pieces, that's the word I was looking for earlier. So this one cuts out little confetti pieces. This makes a fringe, and I have cut out this on a piece of paper so I can show you that as we try to make this card. I haven't done a prototype, but like I've said previously, if it works, if you're watching this, it probably worked to a degree. So okay, so this is the Stamparound UK video hop. To find the links to the other people in this hop, please go in my description box below. You might have to hit the show more button 2 or 3 times to get the whole list, but just explore if you're not sure and just have a look and get it. So I'm going to use the happy birthday, and I'm going to use, I think, one of our returning, I've really not had time. I've opened my new ink pads, that's probably, and set them up, but excuse me, I'm going to sneeze as well, which is not good. You can see I've played with something else. I usually start my video with a clean sheet of paper, but I did use some to make some bookmarks to pop in with my catalogues. Now if you are one of my customers, let's just start by cleaning up a clean sheet and filming. It just keeps me happy. Right, if you're one of my customers, but I have got the catalogues just about ready for posting. I intend to put them in the post box tomorrow, so they should be with you fairly soon. What have I got to make a card here? I've got some bits. I do have an idea in my head. We're not completely. So I've cut out that fringed bit, and I'm thinking that I'll just slice that in half, but you could fold it. You can do quite a few things with it. It's quite, just cut strips down a piece of paper. So I'll investigate that later, because I think I've got an idea, I think, how I want to use it. But do remember, if you haven't done a prototype, things don't always work out the way you first think they will. So I've cut a piece of the designer series paper for the inside of the card, and I'm going to use this acetate. That was the other word I was using for. Now be a bit careful when you're handling acetate, because you can leave your fingerprints on it, which is not great. Now this does have, I would say, a back and a front, because the foiling is on this side. However, if you use it that way, you've got a kind of silver look. This, you've got a... So my idea, I've cut a 10-fold card base, and my idea is, I need my trimmer for my idea. I'll just pop these to the side before they get stuck to my trimmer and then I lose them. I'm just going to cut this so that what we're going to have, just an inch maybe, or 2.5 centimetres, that sort of amount is, in fact maybe less than that. Let's take it to 2 centimetres and just cut the rest of that. I'm not actually going to use that, I don't think. Oops. This is all if my idea works, but hopefully it will. But if it doesn't, you'll see me evolve it. Right, so what I want to do first is I just want to stick this piece of designer series paper on the inside of the card. Now this glue might work and it might not. Oh, it worked first time. Something's in my favour tonight. And I actually think it's just a bit on the neat side, but we'll just go with it. And then I'm actually just thinking that I'm going to just attach this to the front, and that will be my card. Just to use this acetate and just give a different kind of card. So because it's acetate, I think wet glue would be. I think wet glue would work, but it could get quite messy. So I'm going to use our tearing tape. I would use Seal or even Seal Plus, but they both run out, and I keep forgetting to order them. So that will. I'm going to make a list and make sure they are on my next list, my next shop, because they are useful for these sort of things. Right, and please bear with me because I've been away and I don't really know where anything is. But here is my take your pick tool. So I've undone the tape. And I'm just going to set this and try and line it up the best I can on top of the white. Now I have cut it slightly shorter than the card base to allow for the fold, she says. And then she lets it slip. Right. It did slip a little bit, but I don't think anything. So it is still going to stand up as a card. Now this is where I thought I would do something with this fringing. So I think I'll just cut this down the middle. So that is, it's just over 3. That's about the middle there, roughly, that'll do. Now you can try and do that without moving it. Right, let's just, we'll go with what we get. We've got shorter fringes because I've just using half of it. I'm just going to kind of rough them up a wee bit. And what I'm thinking might work is to glue them one on top of the other and just a bit of a fringe festival here. Ha ha ha. What a silly joke, Janice. And then I've got a balloon and a little ribbony tail for that balloon. So I will need something to connect the ribbon and the tail. And I don't remember, I've not cleaned out my ribbons, I don't remember what ones are carrying over. So excuse me while I have a quick look. I did have that gold elegant trim. However, the linen thread is carrying over. So what's wrong with the linen thread? I should have that here. Yeah. So I've treated myself to a nice new bit of linen thread. So there's lots of bright colours, so let's just go with a bit of our linen thread. This is a great sort of twine that's can use on any occasion. Goes with everything. A nice natural look. However, it doesn't want. There we go. Here's the start. So just cut myself a bit. Do you know where I had my snips? I had them earlier. You weren't watching. I didn't have them in the video. It's all right. Not your fault. Okay. So I'm going to stamp on the balloon. And I'm going to use a returning colour, which is Misty Moonlight. I'm sure other people will show you some other new things in the catalogue and some of the things that are staying with us that are in the new annual catalogue but were in previous catalogues. And that's okay too. So I'm hoping this fits. Yes, it just about does. So just we do it that way, I think. I'm happy to see Misty Moonlight come back. Night of Navy's my favourite, but Misty Moonlight, mind you, Starry Sky is quite good as well. There we go. But we'll just give this is actually the pad I had when we had Misty Moonlight before. I do have a new one, but I decided not to open it yet. Right, so we've got Happy Birthday. Here's the bit of linen thread I cut. Come on, where'd it go? I'll have to cut another bit because it's probably fallen on the floor. Right. Now this is even fiddlier than trying to tie the neck of a balloon. Might just tie that in a reef knot. There we go, a nice reef knot from my Girl Guiding days. There we go. And I'm thinking a glue dot, which I did have earlier because I did think glue dots would work here. And I'll stick that on once I've stuck that down, and I'm going to stick the, now I need to think about this because it is going to show through on here. So shall I stick it with glue dots, or I had thought dimensionals. I actually think, I'm just now thinking glue dots. They will be seen, but they'll be less obvious. Pardon me. Maybe put one just near the edge there. Right, that will be fine, and we'll just pop our balloon on there that says happy birthday, and just let the linen thread twist a bit and just pop it. Oh, that's maybe not high enough. Need this to be on the card. Just like that, it'll settle as you put the card in the envelope. And then to work out what we're going to do with this fringe, we need to put the top one on last, so I might want to just, I don't know, give it a bit of a, you can curl it. You could have a longer fringe by cutting it to the edge. I've also seen someone geniusly thread ribbon, weave ribbon through this, without cutting it, and then weaving a ribbon up and down. So that's also, you know, this is something to play with. I don't know that that's doing anything, but let's just, I think we will just use a bit of wet glue here, but not too much. Just oh, I should have put that bit more in the middle so you could see. That's not very good, is it? So just a bit of fun. I mean, I've no idea if this cohesive as a card, but it's just a bit of fun. I want to make that a bit straighter. There we go. And then we'll pop a bit of glue along there and put the second layer of fringe, carefully trying not to match the colours, but they seem to want to ish. Let's just putting the top of this to the top of the card, and then we'll trim off the excess. So apart from just making a wee bookmark to pop in with the catalogues, this has been my first play with new items. But watch this space, there will be loads more coming. So there we have a simple birthday card with fancy bits of fringe in here. You can play with them and get them, make them show up a bit. They will flatten down once you put them in the envelope, but it's good to just give them a bit of a fluffy fluff up. Give them a bit more texture. There you go, there's, that one's kind of, but obviously you can play with your fringe as much as you want until you get it how you want it. So there we have a simple birthday card. You can either write inside there or you can do your writing on the backs. The back side, the back of it. So yeah, hope you like that. I'm quite happy with that for a first go. You know, until you play with things and know what they do, you don't really know. So thank you so much. Please, please support our video. Pop down into the description box below, push the show more buttons and go and have a look at what everyone else has done with the theme of annual catalogue. So thank you so much. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.